Hello, 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 hello.
Hey, Heather.
I'm not going to lie. Polly Shore.
Let's hear it. Polly Shore.
Polly Shore. Polly C's shirt is pretty dope.
This is one of my new favorite shirts I just got from Polly C's Vegas Polly C's store.
Did we lock the door, by the way?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Are you scared that somebody's going to come in?
Yeah.
Well, Brian's on watch. Fortunately, Brian has a clear view.
Brian does not have a gun. Brian's got a gun.
And I'm stuck behind a table and a bunch of cables.
What is he going to do?
He'll scare him off.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, this shirt, I'm glad you noticed. Hello. Vegas Polly C. He was such a great guest.
He is my new favorite human. What the fuck is this?
That's his new ringtone whenever he calls. Vegas Polly C.
Why is Polly C calling you?
He's always calling me. Polly C and I are
Polly
buddies.
C doesn't
now.
call me.
Polly C and I are boys. We missed last week's episode.
Yeah.
After a huge episode with Polly C, which actually became our second most downloaded episode.
Oh, great.
Only behind our girl, Leya Falcon. He was really good. He opened up. He was vulnerable.
I love
and, you know, I've been called the Barbara Walters of podcast hosts. Hold on, let me guess. You're going to say, no, Jonathan Jossel is the Barbara Walters of podcast hosts?
You want to know something really funny? The lead singer of Fun.
What?
The lead singer of Fun. We are young. That song.
Oh, yeah.
He told me I was Barbara Walters one time.
Why?
Because my interview was so good with him.
Did he cry?
No, but I made people cry.
If I can get our guests to get vulnerable and cry, then I know that I've done my job.
I made Rob Thomas cry
Why? Because
in an interview.
You opened up something that...
No. We just brought up a subject and he started crying.
You started crying?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I feel like I win because I have made more people cry than you.
Oh, I guarantee I've made more people cry than you.
I mean, you make me cry every day. So that's the thing.
Anyways, we missed last week's episode because of everything that's been going on.
Yeah, I was not in the fucking mood.
I wasn't either. You know, we had
Brian was.
Brian was so oblivious. I asked, so this, let's just list off what happened in the past 7 days. We had that senseless shooting of the influencer on the strip.
Yeah, that was horrible.
We had the multiple protests going on, which
Yep.
are a nationwide thing.
Horrible.
We have local influencers getting a lot of hate comments for not speaking up or not saying the right thing. And Brian's over here in his bubble saying, oh, what's going on? What did I miss?
You know what, Brian?
I said outside the protests, what's going on?
Okay, I will say this, Brian. I'm such an empath, and I feel for everybody on all sides of the world. Like for the Republicans, the Democrats, the everyone. It was just too much for me to handle because I was just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to make people feel better about the situation. And the problem is all the influencers start getting hate because they're like, a lot of the bigger ones too, like, why aren't you speaking out? Because, you know, maybe sometimes we just, as people, not even influencers, but people, we just don't know how to say it the right way.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's better just to sit and be quiet and observe. And then when I'm ready, I will say something. And I got pushed to say something because someone reached out to me and I was vulnerable and I was real. I was like, I just don't know what to say right now. And when I figure it out, I'll let you know. But I don't know right now.
Tensions are still high.
Yeah.
All around the community, all around the country. But I do feel like it's settled down somewhat, which I feel like now is an okay time to talk about it. Last week, doing a comedy show, it just didn't.
I mean, I barely did content last week because I just felt like it was wrong.
Yeah.
The other thing that a lot of influencers are getting hate on, and I actually got a DM today. And I sent it to my friend Angelina, and I said, what is with people? It said, I see all the cool stuff you do. I was kind of referring, this is like a side conversation. I was kind of referring to the things that are not costly. Yes, we all love your content. We locals don't like to splurge a dime on the tourist life. I'm from here too, and we did all these going out and clubbing and gambling in our 20s. All the content creators from Vegas all started doing the same content around F1. All of them are doing high-end restaurants, hanging with the owners and managers of places. And you know what? You're showing us a $200,000 night that we can't afford. And he came at me, and I was really upset about it because I'm like, I have purposely put all my content and that is worth, like, that's maybe expensive.
Sure.
And all my content that is, you know, I'm getting invited to a lot of places that are expensive, and I keep telling them, no, thank you. Not right now. I'm sorry. Because I just feel like it's not the right time to do it. And I've been making content being like, hey, locals, here's the local, like, here's some staycation deals. Hey, I'm going to go to 4 different grocery stores and find out who's the cheapest to help you guys out. Let me do the dirty work for you. And I'm still fucking getting hated on.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm like, I don't want to post. There's nothing that makes me want to post right now. I'm fucking over it.
Well, it's a good question of what is the what is the responsibility of influencers that these influencers have when speaking about everything that's going on. You know, somebody from the outside looking in may think, you know, oh, who cares about what a content creator who shows how a steak is being made in a steakhouse or how pasta is delicious in this Italian restaurant. But like, who cares what they have to say? But that's the thing. Like, these content creators are influential. They are the ones that are helping these businesses grow. They are making an impact on the community with 30-second videos. And so it does matter what.
We're damned if we do and we're damned if we
You're
don't.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
If I post, okay, let's say, and I'm not saying yes or no on this. Let's say tomorrow I say, Trump is wrong. I'll lose 5,000 followers. Mm-hmm. If I say, Trump is right, I'll lose 5,000 followers. If I say anything that someone doesn't like, I will get 100 comments saying, you're horrible. Here's a video of me showing you why Heather's horrible. Blah, 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 blah. At some point, it's exhausting for us. You know what's also fucking exhausting? When every business in town's like, come do a video at my place for a free meal. I'm fucking over it. I'd rather do content that I want to do, and I'll go pay for my fucking meal, and I will do it with what I want to say, what I want to do, because I'm fucking over it. I'm over everyone's opinions. I went through my DMs the other night because I took a fucking espresso martini at 7 p.m.
You seem like you're burnt out from social media right
I'm
now.
so burnt out.
Why don't you take a break? Why don't you take like
because
a
you
month?
can take a break.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
You have a strong enough following where if you took a month-long
You can't.
break.
You'll ruin your algorithm. You can't.
You have how many? 200,000?
You will ruin your algorithm, Andrew.
I find that hard to believe.
Here's the problem. Make this a fucking clip. Here you go. As an influencer, we have this pressure on ourselves to create content that's good. Every time we post, we hold our breath hoping that it's going to be good. In times like these, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If I post, I went to a $1,000 steak dinner, I'm going to get hate. If I post, oh, here's a great place to go get your groceries for cheaper, I'm going to get hated on. The amount of horrible DMs I read the other night because I had espresso martini at 7 p.m. and I was up till 3 a.m. It put a very big dark cloud over my head where I was just like, I don't want to make content right now.
I feel like you're talking about getting burnt out because of the negative impact or the negative responses that you've been getting from your followers.
Yeah.
But what about the influencers that stay quiet out of, fear of, maybe losing brand deals or excluding half of their followers? I
can't speak for them. All I know is I don't care about losing brand deals. I don't have really that many brand deals. I actually don't have any brand deals. So I don't care. I'll post what I fucking want to post. But at the same time, my creativity right now is fucking shot. If you care about our content and you're a supporter of our content, just so you know, we are burnt out. We are just as sad. I saw the person get shot on fucking YouTube and thought, great, I am never posting an Instagram live video ever again. I'm never doing it. Yeah. Not only am I never posting a live video ever again, I'm never going to post it in real time again. That was a big wake-up call for a lot of my friends where we were just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is not smart. I got asked to go introduce a band on stage on Fremont, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that right now.
I don't blame you.
I'm fucking terrified. I don't want to go out. I'm literally in my pottery land, and where I don't focus on anything, and it's fucking sad.
You're just focused on making pottery these days?
Focus on making charcuterie boards.
Charcutes?
Charcutes, and I'm going to eat my cheese and my crackers on my charcuterie board that I made from scratch. I'm just burnt out, and I could probably speak for a lot of my friends. They're burnt out too, and I hate to say it to my friends that are just posting like, I went to a $500,000 dinner and I got invited by the CEO of the Wynn to come to this penthouse suite. Great, that's great, but understand, A lot of people can't afford to even fucking live right now. You look like an entitled asshole. And you know what? I love you, Pauly C. I know Pauly C came on here and was like being vulnerable and was saying like, I want to show people things that maybe they're never going to see in life. And I love that. But at the same time, I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the DMs. People don't want to be flashed in the face right now with what you have and what they don't, especially when they can't afford their rent.
Sure.
I hate to say it.
And a lot of these videos make it seem like influencers are living that good life. And that's not the case. That's absolutely not the case at all. Not everybody's living as good of a life as it may seem online. You're a real person. You have real life problems, whether it's personal or work-wise, whatever it is.
That's it. That's the other thing too. Like we do have real lives. Andrew, you know very well. My car had issues this week.
Yep.
My mom ended up in the hospital. I lost one of my markets in radio. Like I had a pretty shit fucking week. And that's another thing like where I don't want to really post. It's just, it gets to a point where it's like, how much can you take before you just crumble?
You need to protect your peace. Like
Yeah.
that's exactly what you need. You need to protect yourself
Pottery.
and your mental health.
Common Ground Pottery. Sponsor the show.
Sponsor the show. But also that's, some content, not all content creators need to be these civil activists online. Some content creators can focus solely just on, something funny or beauty or lifestyle. And that those lanes matter too. Like those outlets, not everybody wants to be hounded with everything that's going on by their favorite influencers or people that they see around town.
You are your own person. If you want to still go to those $100 dinners and post about it, be my guest. But as a person who cares about this community, sees what's going on in the world, is scared shitless to even post online right now because people are getting fucking shot.
Yeah.
I stay in the background right now just analyzing the situation and going, okay, I don't feel comfortable doing that right now. I feel comfortable showing locals deals. Making maybe some jokes about some things. And that's all I want to post about. That's it.
Not everyone has to be in the trenches.
No.
You're right. But I think that's what makes the internet so diverse is there are different voices with different purposes. Mm-hmm. And here we are. But everybody out there, just
be nicer to each other.
Be cool.
That's all I have to say is like, understand. Here's a good example. Understand that you might look at my life and go, wow, Heather has it made. She went to a free dinner at Carver Steak and then she's going to a show at the Bellagio or whatever. Yeah, but I also just got done crying because my mom ended up in the hospital. I lost a radio station. You don't fucking know. So be nice. There's like this one account that just keeps DMing me, fuck you. And I'm like, okay.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, okay. If that's what you want to do with your time, fuck me then, I guess. But like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you don't know what someone's going through. You don't know if you're one fuck you
away from getting shot on the strip.
Or you don't know if your one fuck you is the one thing that person was on the edge of like wanting to kill themselves.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know. There was a quote from, who was that? Oh my God. Who played Patch Adams? Oh my God. And the genie. Oh,
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, where it said the happiest people are always the ones trying to make people happy because they know what it's like to be at the lowest. You don't know. Stop being mean to each other. Just stop.
I'm more surprised that you think of Robin Williams and the first movie you think about is Patch Adams.
I don't know why.
Where'd that come from?
Hook all day long.
Yeah, I forgot about Hook.
Yeah, Jumanji.
What was that movie where he acts like a kid? Oh, that was
that
such a...
Toys?
No. Jack.
Jack.
That
was my favorite Robin Williams movie.
That was a good one.
It was a good one. Anyway.
Well, Heather, well said. Thank you for sharing that. It's a tough time, but like you said, just everybody be nice to each other.
It's already a hard enough world. We don't need a fucking... I literally saw a TikTok today where someone's like, we made the wrong Vegas influencers famous. Let's find new ones. And I was like, you just patched us all in the same group. Now, don't get me wrong. There's piece of shit ones we talked about with Pauly C. But at the same time...
No, not Pauly C.
No, not Pauly C. We talked about it with Pauly C.
Yeah.
And they do not deserve what they have.
Yeah.
And they're going down quick.
Yeah.
But on that same token, don't patch us all into the same group.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here busting my ass right now to try to raise money for these animals. Mm-hmm. And like partnering up with some really great people to do some really great things for the homeless animals in the city.
Yeah, so what are you working on with that?
I don't really want to talk about it yet.
Okay.
I'll talk about it next week. on next week's episode. But it's really cool, and I'm really excited.
Good. Well, thank you for sharing that. And we have a little bit of a milestone moment here on the show.
Oh, no.
We are now, as of today, accepting calls live on air.
God.
Live
Why?
on air. Why? Because I want this to
Who
be...
are you calling right now?
I'm not calling anybody. Somebody's calling us.
No one's calling us.
I assure you somebody is.
Is it Brian in the other room?
No, Brian's sitting right there. It's not him. The one and only, our most downloaded episode, Leya Falcon, is on the air right now. Leya,
You've been having her on the hold the whole time?
No, she just joined.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hello.
This is fucking weird.
We are a full-on show now.
Wait, are you really live?
I'm live. Yeah.
Wait, if you're really live, tell me what day it is and what time it is right now.
It's 6:20 p.m.
Wow.
and it's June 17th, 2025.
Look at us moving on up in the world. Audio only for now. We're not worried about video. We're not doing that whole thing. But
Leia, how does it feel to have a bigger episode than Polly C? Does she even know
Is
who
that a Jersey Shore guy?
Oh, my God. She doesn't know who that is. Never mind. It's a huge Vegas influencer.
It's a big Vegas influencer, but her biggest Vegas influencer is Raised in Vegas. That's her biggest influencer.
You know, that's a shame. You should really get a new one.
Anyways,
Wait.
Leia, thank you for calling us. This is awesome. You are first.
Did you text her? Like,
Yeah.
was she on hold the whole time?
No,
Like-
I told her what time to join, and we timed it perfectly. Because that's how we do things.
I'm so weirded out right now. This is not AI? You're not like typing
I'm
what
not
her...
AI. I guarantee you.
Anyways, Leia, thank you so much for being our first official caller on the Hey BigHead show. I'm really
Wait,
excited
Leia,
for
what
this.
kind of videos you working on lately? Any interesting ones?
Not lately. We just had a production hold last week, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of chilling for a minute.
Tell us about that production hold. So what actually happened? Because I saw the notice that you reshared that there was a production hold in the adult film
Oh, wait, really?
industry. Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Can you explain that to us?
I mean, I don't know all of the details.
'Cause COVID's going back around.
Obviously, these would be like HIPAA violations,
Sure.
and
Oh.
nobody's really come forward yet to say what exactly happened. But to the best of my knowledge, people were at XBiz Miami, and someone popped positive with an HIV test.
Oh, shit.
And they shut down the industry for literally 2 days. They said they had everyone else like that was exposed. They had them retested, and
That's crazy.
they lifted the hold. And if that's what they want to do, I mean, I don't have control over that.
I
All
mean,
have
be
control
safe than
over
sorry.
is- Yeah.
How
like,
long was the
they-
hold?
Huh?
How long was the hold?
2 days.
Oh, that's not that long.
Is that standard? I feel like it should be longer.
No, it should be. I feel like it should be, but I'm obviously not a doctor.
Right.
However, I do know that one of our tests on our standard panel is it's called a NAT test,
Okay.
and it detects HIV as early as 10 days, but it could be as late as 33 days.
Okay, so they definitely should have
So-
put a hold for like a month then.
I feel
Let's call
like
a doctor.
That would be optimal. However, not everyone thinks that way.
Sure.
They say that by 14 days, it should have detected 95% of
Wow.
infections.
I'm
But
sure a
you
lot
gotta
of money,
wait.
a lot of money would be lost if they shut down for 30 days. I'm sure there are a lot of
Exactly.
people.
That's the thing. Like I can't tell anyone else what to do with their own bodies, but I know for me, I'm chilling for a minute, seeing how this all plays out.
probably smart.
Because even though it might be a 5% chance, that's too high of a chance for me to be like, okay, let me jump right back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have plans to jump back in the near future at all, or is that are you retired, or what's your status?
I don't think she retired.
She hung up. She hung up her. What would you hang up? I don't even know what she would hang up.
She wouldn't hang up anything.
My butt plug?
Oh my god.
Yeah, the butt plug's in the rafters now. It's hanging from the
Oh
rafters.
my god.
No, I'm not hanging up my butt plug yet.
Good.
However, I am taking some time to thoroughly assess the situation before jumping back in. I'm doing what's best for me. Others, they can do whatever they feel is best for them.
Sure.
I just wish people would be a bit more cautious. I'm not here to judge whatever people are doing. I just want people to be safe.
How about solo videos for a while?
Yeah.
There's got to be money in those solo videos.
I mean, butt plugs are great. Solo videos.
I mean, that's what it's looking like for the very near future.
There you go.
Good.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm already very I'm very cautious.
You've always been cautious, I feel like overly cautious.
I am. Call me overly cautious. That's fine. I am very overly cautious. But I mean, you kind of have to be.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not just work. It's your health
life,
in
yeah.
this industry. So gotta take care of myself the best way that I know how.
As you should. Well, Leya, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for being our first official caller here on the Hey Big
And our
Head
biggest
Show.
episode.
and being a part of our biggest downloaded episode of the Hey Big Head Show.
Yay!
You're
that's
a rock
fun.
star. You're a rock star. Thank you so much, Leya, and hopefully we'll see you in the very near future with some new updates in the life of Leya Falcon.
Andrew will be watching those. Not me.
Let me know.
Will do.
Just let me I'm around.
All right. Thanks, Leya.
Okay, thank you.
Right. That was pretty cool. The fact that we have...
It would have been more fun if you didn't tell me who it was and I had to guess.
Would you have guessed that?
No.
You wouldn't have guessed?
I feel like you would
I
have. She
feel
has
like
a pretty
you-
distinct voice.
Yeah.
I probably would have.
Yeah. Maybe 10, 15 seconds.
I'm just disappointed you didn't ask her if she watched the Star Wars horror video.
Star Wars or Corn Stars video.
Our biggest video.
That was, we're at 1.4 million right now on Instagram.
I know you feel so proud of that.
Listen, it's a big deal. Do you remember your first million view video that
No.
you've had? You don't remember?
No.
You just have so many now that you've...
I literally did 2 last week.
Oh my gosh. What were they about?
They were about Vegas
Okay, well,
and how we're so poor.
you sound very excited about that, so I love the enthusiasm behind it.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about staying on the social media side. I do feel like I need to make an official statement.
Okay.
Here we are. There's an account called RealVegasLocals that has grown in popularity.
Oh my God, I know where this is going.
You have no idea where this is going.
I know exactly where this is going.
It's-
Andrew's about to confess that he runs this account
It's
behind my
grow-
back.
Well, let me lead up to people that don't follow Real Vegas Locals, one of the largest social media accounts here in Las Vegas. In the past 2 years, they've grown up to how many followers?
I think he
150,000?
told me he started like literally right before me.
Mm-hmm. And they post like information about
Yeah, they're
community,
very
news.
neutral. They post everything. If it's news, they'll post it. If it's a grand opening, they'll post it. If it's helping the community, they'll post it.
There's a really good chance that either you or one of your friends follow this account if you're local
Yeah.
here in Vegas. So one of the reasons why they've gained such popularity is because our very own Raised in Vegas Miss Heather Collins shares their videos
All the time.
all the time. And that leads to a lot of other influencers thinking, okay, who is this? Who is behind this account?
They think I know who it is because I use them all the time. But
Right.
the reason why I use them all the time is because their pictures are catchy. Their logos are white on black. It's just very eye-catching. It's very easy to use as a fun background.
The reason why I'm talking about all this is because there have been a couple of people now, more than one, more than two, that are friends of ours, and they accuse me of being behind this account.
I fucking wish you were because
thinking-
honestly, it's probably making money.
It probably is.
Like you fucked up not thinking of this idea and me piggybacking off of it.
You know how many times I would have to post? They post multiple times. They've been posting multiple times on multiple platforms for years.
No, they haven't.
At least 2 years.
Yeah, but not years.
What?
It's like been like a year and a half.
Okay, well, still. I got a full-time job. I got things I got to do. I got bills to pay.
They have a full-time job.
They do have a full-time job. I think I know who it is.
So you think you know who it is?
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
I'll tell you off the air.
No, tell me.
I'm not going to say it now.
No, tell me.
I'll tell you off the air.
No, tell me, because I'll tell you right now if you're wrong. I'll tell you something right now. Me and him have an alliance.
Yeah?
We have a secret alliance.
Okay.
By the way, someone's going to like take this video and try to dissect and be like, Andrew looked at Heather twice. That means they're lying. Like, someone's going to do that.
You think so?
We have an alliance, me and this person.
Yeah. Yes.
The only thing I know is it's a guy.
Sure.
It's a guy that told me that they know me.
Personally.
Not personally, but they've never met me in person.
I call bullshit on that. I'm sure they have.
They told me straight up they've never met me in person.
The amount of times they're posting, they have to have a job where they're probably creating content or doing something along the lines of they're a lesser known influencer. They may not even be influencing at all anymore.
No.
But the amount of times they're posting and the time and effort that we used to go into their old posts all the way back on Reddit is way too much time for somebody who has a full-time job. So they may not have a full-time job.
I think this person owns their own business and is a male and has the time to do this.
Absolutely.
I think he's in his 40s.
Think so?
And his name is Andrew Figarelli.
Andrew's actually posting right now.
Hold on, let me post something so I can make sure that you guys will never assume me.
No. We have an alliance, though, that if he ever sees me in public, he has to come up to me and say this one code word, and then I will know. I will not overreact. I will react to that question, and then I will know who it is.
And then you two walk away like you've...
No.
And
but we have an alliance set where if he ever sees me in public, he has to come up to me.
What's the code word?
I'm not telling you. Because even if you're with me, I want him to be able to come up to me and say something to me, and no one would know that that's what they're trying to tell me.
It's pretty funny.
So we have an alliance.
I want to know what the code word is. I bet you I can figure out what the code word is. It's probably...
I bet you $1,000 you can't.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
Is it a phrase?
Yes.
Like blue horseshoe loves Endicott steel?
It would be really funny if you actually said it right now, because I'd be like, oh, if this is the way you just told me that you're Real Vegas Locals.
This is the way of me coming out saying that
I would lose my shit. I'd be like, we're done with this show. I've been talking to you for the past fucking year. I'm dying.
You are dying. Anyways,
But it is a phrase.
Yeah.
Okay, so the phrase, this is why I told him it. I said, look, if you ever see me in person, I need you to say this phrase. And he goes, why? And I go, because this phrase, only I will know. And if there's other influencers or people around, they won't know. But if you said this to me, I would be like, oh my God, hi, how are you? How's it going? And be able to play it off.
No, you would not be able to play it off. You would shit yourself.
You
would be like, ah!
That's so funny you said that. I literally sent him a voice message. I said, by the way, if you come up to me and say this phrase, I'm like, oh my God!
I know.
You know me too well.
No, I know you because you sent that to me.
Stop fucking with me right now. Stop fucking with me. Are you Real Vegas? Andrew.
No, but you know what's funny is...
Andrew, are you Real Vegas Local?
When
Seriously.
Fabian came up to me...
this is a pretty funny story.
Fabian runs the account Vegas Issues, which is also a really well-known account here locally in Vegas. They post a lot of memes and stuff. Last year, he came up to me.
It was very weird.
It was very weird. He goes, and like I was saying goodbye to everybody. I said goodbye to Fabian.
Know.
And he goes, I want to ask you a question. I'm like, sure. He's like, is it you? And
I remember you being so weirded out by that. I was like, I don't know what this means, Andrew.
And me just being playful, I was like, yes, it is me. He's like, really? I'm like, maybe? He's like, no, really? I'm like, I have no idea. He's like, you really have no idea what I'm talking about?
And then Phil, when me and Phil did that like conversation at UNLV, he goes,
Las Vegas Phil?
Yeah, he goes, Andrew runs it, right? And I go, no. I was like, you think Andrew runs that? You think Andrew is that smart?
First of all, what do you mean that's smart? We're on my show.
Yeah, but you're not smart enough to create a whole different persona that's no-faced and fuck me and lie to me about it.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. I don't know.
That's a lot of work. You would have told me by now, like, hey, it's me.
I would lose interest so fast too in doing this over and over and over and over and over again and not getting the credit for it.
That's what a real Vegas local would say.
Regardless, if and when
Brian.
It's Brian. If and when this person ever does reveal themselves, it's going to be very underwhelming. I feel like I don't think it's gonna, unless it's Jonathan Jostle.
Oh my
I
God,
don't
that'd be
think-
so fun.
I don't think it's anything that
He told me
he's better off staying anonymous.
that if I was told his name, I would know who it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've never met him.
I remember.
He could be lying to me. He could be fucking Starfish for all I know. That would be the ultimate fuckery because I've said some things to him.
I would applaud her.
I think I would make a post being like, damn, girl, you fucking out. Well done. Well done. Let me see this Vegas policy. Who? Okay, honestly, though, let's take our guesses. Who do you, if it could be an influencer, what influencer do you think it is? I would say Fabian.
I don't think it's an influencer currently anymore because I feel like they wouldn't have the time to do their influencer and do Real Vegas.
That's why I think it would be Fabian because Fabian hasn't really posted on Vegas issues in a while. And Fabian's smart enough to be like,
throw the
curve to someone else.
What if it's Fabian?
It could be Fabian.
I think it's Fabian now.
It could be Fabian.
But Fabian already had Vegas issues where he had 400,000
followers.
I don't know why he would do that. I think I just burst the bubble. I have something else to share though.
You're Real Vegas Local.
We have the Real Vegas Local.
Oh, I would die. You
on
don't.
air.
No, you don't. No, you
Hold
don't.
on.
No, you don't. You're a liar.
Excuse me. Is this the Real Vegas
You're
Local?
such a fucking liar.
It is. How are you, Andrew?
Oh,
You're a fucking liar. You're a liar.
God.
You're a liar. Who is this?
How do I know that this is the real
It's
person
not.
behind Real
you
Vegas
found
Locals?
one of your friends from like Texas.
I have no idea who this is.
Who is this?
Like the page says, you can DM me to say hi.
Oh my God.
It's not. This
It's
is
him.
No, it's not.
This is
Andrew.
him.
You're trying to fuck with me right now. Who is that? Hang on. I want to figure out who this is. Are you disguising your voice right now?
I am not.
This is.
Hang on.
I think you need to say the code phrase.
Yeah.
And then you can
Oh.
just change it later.
Okay, yeah. Say the code. Oh, if this
He's
is
not going to do that.
no. If this is the Real Vegas Local, what's the code phrase I gave you? We'll change it later.
Don't worry about it.
No,
I feel
exactly.
like you're
Because
asking-
you're the Real Vegas Local, you fucking liar. You fucking liar.
Is this true? Okay, so what
You're
can
probably DMing the person right now saying, say this.
I want to call you by a name. What can I call you?
No, I want to figure out who this is. Do I know this person? This might be my new favorite bit of our show.
Do you know this person?
I do not know you.
You've never met me.
No.
Then I'm never going to be able to guess who this is.
Not yet. Yeah, you're probably right. But is it true that you became online friends with Heather just to frame me and make it seem like I'm the one behind the account?
You're
Real Vegas
not.
Local?
This is not Real Vegas Local, Andrew. They won't even say the fucking catchphrase. Okay.
I became friends with her because she has a lot of followers. and
Okay.
She's also a
You're so.
local.
We already realized that you're not the Real Vegas Local. If you could tell me what the phrase was that I said, then I will believe you and I will shit my bricks.
He's not going to.
Exactly, because it's not the Real Vegas.
I think it is. I think it's like. Is it true that it's
You're a
not
fucking
that Real
liar.
Vegas Local isn't one person, but it's like a group, like Anonymous is?
That is true.
Okay.
There are multiple Real Vegas.
All right.
Locals.
I said a phrase, but there was one particular phrase in that word, or one word in that phrase. What was the word?
He's not going to say it because he
No,
doesn't
no,
want to.
Andrew, shut the fuck up. Let him talk. What is it? I'll even give you a hint. I'll give you a
Where
hint.
did you say the phrase, Heather?
On Instagram. I DM'd it to you literally 3 nights ago.
I think there's a group of people behind this
I have
account.
a lot of DMs, though.
Okay. This
He's
is
a
not
very
Re-
busy
this is not
person
Real
doing
Vegas.
very busy
Nice
things.
try. This is not Real Vegas Local.
So
You know, running this page and all this heat, it
No,
has me
no,
exhausted.
no. Nice try, buddy. Who is this? Who is this? I'm getting up.
All right, so I have one final question. Now that it just says the Real Vegas Local, it just, now that we have you on the air,
Lorenzo. It's
is there anything
Lorenzo.
that you'd like to say
Lorenzo.
to the Las Vegas community
Shut the fuck
that you'd
up.
like to share?
This is not. I'm going to call Real Vegas Local right now
just
and tell
wanna
him.
Tell the Las Vegas community, thank you for all the support.
Shut the
and
fuck
Thank
up.
check my stories for future
This is
updates.
fake news. Real Vegas Local.
Real Vegas Local,
Real
thank
Vegas.
you.
No, stop.
Thank you so
Stop.
much. for
There's an
being a-
imposter on my podcast pretending to be Real Vegas Local right now. You fucking liar.
Thank you so
Shut
much
the
for
fuck
being a
up.
part of this
Shut
show.
the fuck. This is not Real Vegas
This is
Local.
Thank you for
Miles-
having
Shut the
me.
fuck
This is
up.
a milestone moment, and thank you for supporting us. We really appreciate
Shut
it.
the fuck up.
Thanks for having me.
Lorenzo,
Take care.
have a great day.
I don't think that was really him.
Who was that? Was that Lorenzo? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, who is Lorenzo?
He's a client of Devin's. That's a friend of mine too.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyways, clearly I'm not behind Vegas Local or Real
Hang
Vegas
on,
Local.
I'm going to send Real Vegas Local a video right now. I just want to let you know that I'm on my friend's podcast right now, and he had some guy call in and pretend to be you. And I said, what was the phrase I DM'd you the other night? And he couldn't answer it. And I was like, fake news, not him. There you go.
I don't
Let's
know.
see what he responds with.
I don't
He's on
know.
right now.
What would you say if he says that was me? How could you say it to me?
It's not.
It could be.
Andrew,
What?
me and Real Vegas Local are in a relationship. Did you see he sent me flowers the other day?
Did you change your
I,
Facebook
thought
status?
I heard you sent those to yourself.
Brian, we just talked about being nice to each
Oh,
other.
sorry.
How dare you?
I didn't think I was included in that.
Did Real Vegas Locals really send you a bouquet of flowers?
Yeah, he really
Why?
did. So the other night, I was having a really hard time.
So he knows where you live.
No, he sent it to my job.
Interesting.
I mean, all you have to do is Google my address at my work and send it to me. You know what time I'm on the air. Anyway, I was having a really bad day. I was sad about what was going on in the world, and I was venting to him. And he said, you need to go out there and post and be funny because that's what the community needs right now. And I said, I just don't have it in me. I'm sorry. And the next day I got to work and there was like, there's a delivery. And I was like, what is it? And I got the note and it said, roses are red, violets are blue. Get your shit together and go post on the internet.
He didn't even rhyme?
Well, no, it was a rhyme, but it said RVL. And I was like, wow, that's really fucking nice.
What if RVL is his actual initials?
That would be fucking crazy. I'll be honest, I truly appreciate the friendship I've made out of a total stranger on the internet. I almost feel
that
like
you don't even know.
ChatGPT, he could be ChatGPT for all I fucking care.
He could be.
He is seriously one of the nicest persons in this city, and he cares about this city, and he's trying to do good things for the city, and I applaud him. For all I fucking know, he's someone that I work with. Well, you, Brian, I don't fucking know. But whoever he is, you're a good person. Thank you.
Well, that's awesome.
You're welcome.
Just a stupid Brian.
Brian, the guy that can't even
I can't even do my
correctly
own.
spell the social media company TikTok. He's
How'd you spell it?
Like a clock.
he's TICKTOCK.
Fucking stupid.
Anyways, that was awesome. Thank you for that, Heather. And thank you, Real Vegas Local, whoever you are out there. The real Vegas Local. I think that's it. I think that's all we got.
What
then.
a fuckery episode.
What a fucking awesome episode.
Make that a
was.
clip, by the way, about Real Vegas Local, because that's pretty funny.
Of course we will. Of course we will.
That's pretty fucking funny.
New episodes every week on HeyBigHead.com. I got the outro somewhere. I lost it. Maybe we'll have to edit
Hey,
it after.
Bacon!
Hey,
I'll just sing it. Hey, Bacon! Hey, Bacon! Hey, Bacon!
I'm going to go ahead and fade out now.
that was good.